Vegas. Welcome to WPPI. Welcome to the F Awards.
I mean, last night I was talking. I'm terrible. I just got on a plane and I didn't even know about WPPI.
Are you recording? Oh, I'm sorry. We're just like sitting here chatting.
And then last night I found myself in the situation where I was talking to the director of WPPI and I didn't even know what WPPI was.
Are you kidding?
So yeah, no, and it was really funny because he just sort of casually said, "Oh, let's see your work." So I only had my iPhone on me, so I just sort of showed him a few pieces, and he was just like, "Stay there." And then he went off and got somebody, and they went crazy for it. And then straight after that, I was in a bar and I met the woman that's representing Adobe for Photoshop, and then she saw it and went crazy about it. And the feedback's just been amazing. Everyone's been so supportive and so excited about the work.
And you absolutely deserve every ounce that's coming out of their mouth.
I'm really humbled about that. I mean, when I hear the numbers about how many people have voted, and I'm kind of overwhelmed, and I'm really thrilled.
Now, we could touch on your work, and we could touch on how many awards you've been nominated for, but with this Wonderland shoot that you have been working years for, it's a special story to you. Can you just kind of touch on that just briefly?
Yeah, I mean, the series is created in memory of my mum. I lost my mum in the end of 2008, and she was one of these exceptional teachers. She was kind of, I always describe her as the Dead Poets Society kind of teacher, where she lived and breathed literature. It was her blood, it's what she loved. And I grew up in a house where we had beautiful books everywhere, and it wasn't kind of like bedtime stories. It was just, this is amazing, let me read this to you. Right. So my mum actually read to me until into my teens, which is kind of, you know, not a very cool thing to admit. But we had this bond with literature, and it was something really precious to me. And when she was diagnosed and everything started spiraling out of control, although I was surrounded by a really loving family and amazing partner, I couldn't speak to people about what was happening, because it was really the realization of my greatest fear. You know, it was something that I'd always thought about because we were so close, and suddenly it was happening and I had no control. And at that point she had just moved to France to retire. It was like this big dream of hers, and within 6 months of arriving she became unwell. But she became unwell so quickly we couldn't take her back to the UK to have a funeral. So as a result, if it had been in the UK, there would have been this enormous, you know, all her students, and it would have been this amazing thing celebrating her life. But it wasn't. It was tiny, and there was about 15 people, and it just broke my heart. And when I walked away that day, I just thought I had to do something that celebrated her gift. You know, not about the person, it was about the essence and what she brought to people. And so for me, that was this sort of releasing of dreams and beautiful imagination that touched so many children and myself. So it just started as a little summer project. You know, I was working full-time as a fashion designer. I never intended to leave and become a photographer, and I suffered greatly from depression and all sorts of terrible things. And it was about creating an alternative existence. It was about, reality was really quite horrible, so I wanted to create a world that was full of colour and beauty and connected back to that time that I had with her. And in doing so, it kind of became my therapy. My whole life changed. I just spent my life in the woods, like making these magical worlds, and you know, I never expected it to become what it has. And I just started uploading the photographs, and I write a very emotional blog that goes alongside it, and it just started snowballing and getting bigger and bigger, and we were being contacted from people all over the world. And then last year the lid was just blown off it with the Daily Mail, and it just went global. And then that was actually, sorry, the year before, and I just left my job to pursue it and finish it. So basically there's 68 images that have taken me almost 4 years to create. And the end product is I want to create a book in her memory and a travelling exhibition of all the costumes, the props, the photographs, the whole deal. So
it's seriously fascinating. And we were introduced through a few of our favorite photographers to your work, and we were blown away of the detail that you put into every single. But it's more than that. It's the story behind it that is truly lovely. So thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you. I'm really thrilled to be here.
I'm so glad. glad that this has been a worthwhile trip for you, because you were thinking, should I do this?
I know, it's Von Wong's fault. He's so funny. It's like, I believe people come into your life at a time when, you know, lots of people say if they come into London, they email me and say, can I come and meet you? And I am like this hermit. I mean, I am like in the woods in overalls covered in glue and paint all the time. I mean, I'm never here like in sparkly dresses.
Oh.
And he emailed me and said he was coming to London, and I don't know why. For some reason, he was just someone that I did meet, and we had this great evening, and we talked about the project for about 5 hours. And I remember going home on the train that night thinking, I don't know why I did that, but it was really nice. And then a few months later, out of the blue, suddenly I'm here because of him, and he was messaging me going, you have to come, and I was like, it's crazy, I live in London. And then I just thought, oh, let's just do it. So.
Well, I'm just so glad you came. So let me do the serious part real fast.
Yeah.
Your name was everywhere. It was absolutely everywhere on every nominations, from portrait to conceptual to fine art, and we just wanted to, we're actually very grateful that you came, because with your name every place, this was kind of your year. It was kind of your year, and on behalf of F Network, on behalf of the Frame Awards Committee, and everyone at White House Custom Color and Phlearn, we would love to honor you with not only the 2 other nominations that you received for Conceptual Photographer of the Year and Fine Art, the F Award.
Yep, F Award,
which is overall encompassing for your story of the Wonderland.
Yeah.
We would love to give you the top voted Conceptual Photographer of the Year.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Oh wow.
There she is. So on behalf of everyone, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm absolutely blown away. I'm thrilled. Can't wait to show everybody.
I'm so glad. Please share it. If not, we're gonna brag for you. So thank you for all that you're doing, and I hope that you can go and share this amazing story and educate, because you are phenomenal.
Thank you. Well, I've got a solo show happening at the end of May in Amsterdam, where a huge part of the collection is going to be exhibited at like 1 meter 50 wide prints, just huge pieces. So I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, to finish the book is the deal. That's what I want to do, because so many people love it so much. I want people to own the project and have it. Yeah.
Oh, I want to come, sister. So if we call you up when we're in London, let's hook up.
Yeah, that would be wonderful.
We'd love to feature everything that you're doing and really tell a great story about what you're up to. So thank you for being here. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Can I get a picture with you?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
My name is Amber Conger, and I'm a metal sculptor. I build everything from jewelry to trophies to monumental scale public art. Someone from the Frame Network contacted me about doing custom trophies for the upcoming F Awards, and I said, yeah, of course, I'd love to make something really cool for you guys. Well, yeah, we did start out with the idea of the camera lenses and antique parts and stuff like that, but when the numbers kept climbing, it became pretty clear that we couldn't do that. That was going to be way too time consuming. So basically I wanted to create something that looked really cool, but that we could cut from one single piece. So I liked the idea of actually making a frame for the Framed Awards. Well, it started with a messy sketch of mine, and I gave it to my drafter, and he put the design into the computer. Then we take that to a fabrication shop, and they actually cut the flat pieces by a computer-aided plasma cutter. And then they stick it in a machine that makes the bend. It's really quick and easy. And then they give them back to me, and I get to do all the cleanup work and the polish and put the plaques on. When I got into metalwork, I already had a small business for faux finishing and whatnot. That's what I did before. And when I made the leap over into sculpture and whatnot, I wanted to kind of start over. So I wanted a new name, kind of a new brand, I guess, to start with. And it probably took me a year of of thinking about it and mulling it over and whatnot to come up with the right name. And the refinery thing basically comes from the thought of oil refineries, factories, industrial scale, manufacturing, stuff like that. For some reason, those sorts of buildings, silhouettes, they really appeal to me. And I also like the idea that, you know, I'm taking things and maybe they're things from the scrapyard or things that somebody else threw away, and I put a new, well, I refine them into something else. When the Frame Network approached me to make custom awards, I was really, really excited, and I wanted to create something really, really special that reflects the creativity and the individuality of the photographers that will be taking these awards home. And I think we accomplished that. I'm really excited about what we came up with, and I hope they'll be excited to take them home.